One of the most popular purchases for people, if money were no object, is getting a secluded private island. Pay one massive lump sum and create a hideaway miles from the mainland. But this isn't actually the case. In fact, there are some extra fees. Today we're going to examine the cost of a number of private islands across the globe. We'll even see what some of the hidden costs can be, but for those looking to dip their toe into the private island market, we'll see how much a luxury island can cost to rent. So let's get started. When people think of getting a private island, one with white sand beaches and surrounded by clear blue sea is usually the first place the mind goes to. As such, the Caribbean is one of the most desirable locations to own some of the most secluded land available. The median price of purchasing an island is in the region of $4.2 million. For those buying on a budget, the cheapest around at the time of writing is Neptune Cay. Based within the Bahamas, the deal comes with a 4.5-acre parcel on the mainland, as well as a private island just off the coast. Neptune Cay will set you back $495,000. But if you want to splash out, there's Spectabulas Island, also within the Bahamas. This private getaway is massive with 460 acres. With all the land undeveloped, there would be a lot of work to create a private home or a resort on Spectabulas. And as it's so large, creating an airstrip won't cut too much into the available space. Due to the deep water access channel, visitors are able to use deep-haul yachts to reach the island. Another plus is practically the whole island's coast is covered with white sand beaches. The cost of Spectabulas Island will set you back $62 million. Another very popular region for private hideaways is Asia. In Southeast Asia, the median price of an island is slightly more expensive at $4.6 million, yet the average cost per acre is huge at $313,800. One of the most expensive islands for sale at the moment is the stunning Rangyai Island. The island is shaped like a whale, and it's based within Thailand and is close to the popular tourist destinations of Phuket and Coconut Island. Due to this, the island is perhaps a prime location for developing a resort. The land comes with 110 acres and has a fresh water supply, an electric generator, and a mobile signal. The land is covered with white sand beaches and tropical forests to explore. The island's going to set you back a whopping $160 million. If you want an island but are unsure about how to get there, then perhaps Funadu Island is for you. Based in the Maldives, this 160-acre island comes with a working airport, yet the biggest seller is likely the Afuro Resort that comes with it. The resort has 150 villas altogether with space for 300 guests. There's a selection of restaurants, bars, a spa, a disco, a tennis court, a badminton court, a doctor's clinic, a gym, diving facilities, and so much more. If the lure of running a luxury resort on a private island is too enticing, you can purchase it all for $65 million. Canada isn't exactly the most likely place that springs to mind when thinking about islands. However, if you want to get yourself a private island but don't want it to cost all your arms and legs, it may be the location just for you. Just 1 mile off the coast of the mainland in Nova Scotia is Half Island. This 6-acre land is based in a location that's beloved for its boating, fishing, and spending time with nature. Included in the deal is the shell of an Airstream camper that the previous occupants left on site, which might be more of a problem than an added luxury. The cost of Half Island is currently $65,000. Aha, such a deal! But if size is more your thing, we have the biggest island in the video. Located in Ontario is Botswana Island. The land contains a startling 5,200 acres. That's around 3 times the size of the country of Gibraltar at 1,600 acres. The whole of Botswana is covered with forest, which is a big plus for nature lovers. The listing for the island suggests the buyer sells the timber, which is a little disheartening, or creates a hunting lodge or retreat on Botswana. The cost of one of the biggest private islands in the world will set you back around $10.8 million. If the United States is where you want to own your own island, this too is possible. The median price of buying is around $1.6 million. On average, the cost per acre is around $23,500. One of the locations you can purchase is Long Island. Nope, not the area in New York, but the island in South Carolina. Surrounded by marsh flats, the location might be ideal for those that enjoy water activities such as fly fishing and canoeing, or those wanting to drink the island's namesake's iced teas. With a huge 4,600 acres to play with, the undeveloped island could be an ideal location. Included within are numerous archaeological sites, such as Civil War artifacts. The cost of Long Island is currently $11.7 million. If you're looking for a U.S. island with a property, then the adorably named Pumpkin Key might be the best option. Based in Florida, the island comes with 26 acres of land. much of which is covered by tropical trees. The 3-bedroom property comes with 2 caretakers' cottages, a dockmaster's apartment, a tennis court in the middle of the island that can double as a helipad, golf cart paths, a dockmaster office, and a 20-slip marina able to accommodate a mega yacht. The cost of this is currently $95 million. But beyond buying the actual island, there are a number of hidden costs that aren't usually considered. Firstly, let's say you own an island and need some property developed on it. When asked about construction costs, the CEO of Incognito Property, Marcus Gondolo Gordon, stated, quote, "What might be $3,000 per square meter on the mainland is double that on an island," unquote. The logistics of transferring materials and staff to a secluded island will likely be a nightmare, while the cost could be even more. As for maintaining the property, that too can be pricey. Ursula Straight, a private island owner, told Cosmopolitan in 2017 that her villa costs her $200,000 per year in maintenance. Other sources have stated that a diesel-run property could cost up to $1 million every year. As far as access to the island, on the mainland, the large dock can cost as much as $50,000, a fee that will certainly be more for a secluded island. Finally, there's something called an environmental impact study. Many nations across the world have different criteria for what can be built on private islands, especially if the area is home to certain species of animals, fish, or plants. In order to find out whether it's possible to build, in the Bahamas, an environmental impact study can cost as much as $50,000. If diving in at the deep end and buying an island seems a little too much, then renting is the next best option. Off the coast of Ibiza, Spain, is Isla Safaradura. With 6 bedrooms and space for 12 guests, the cost of 1 week there can cost as much as €300,000 or around $360,000. Other facilities include 2 swimming pools, a number of terraces with bars, a professional kitchen, a gym, yoga room, and much more. There's also a large rooftop terrace with a DJ mixing deck, a stage, and 2 bars. The vacation also grants you 22 members of staff, including a Michelin star chef. One of the most famous islands in the world is perhaps Necker Island, owned by billionaire Richard Branson. Based in the British Virgin Islands, Branson bought the island in 1979 for $180,000. After that, he allegedly spent $10 million on it over the next few years to transform the 74-acre Necker Island into a resort. Today, it's possible to rent the whole island out. With room for up to 40 guests on the main island, there's also the option of renting the nearby Mosquito Island for an additional 16 guests. Visitors will be able to enjoy all sorts of luxuries, such as tennis, yoga, spa treatments, scuba diving, kayaking, and more. If booking the whole island for 40 guests, Necker Island currently costs $105,000 per night. If the resort was booked every day of the year with 40 people each time, they would be bringing in around $32.3 million. Final fact finish. One of the most expensive islands purchased by a country is the United States Virgin Islands. Back in 1917, the Treaty of the Danish West Indies was signed by America and Denmark. As part of the treaty, the U.S. purchased the islands for $25 million at the time. With inflation, that would be $513 million today. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time.